Good morning everyone. So today we will be reading about what are the types of sedimentation tank. So in the previous slide we have been studied about what do you mean by sedimentations, what are the types of sedimentations, what are the zones in the sedimentation tank. So we'll give a quick review on this. So as all of us know, sedimentation is one type of water treatment process in which we can say if the water contains the suspended impurities of the larger size, then it is economical to remove them by preliminary sedimentation. And what is the purpose of sedimentations? To remove the coarse dispersed phase, to remove the coagulated and flocculated impurities, to remove the precipitated impurities after the chemical treatment, to settle the sludge after activated sludge process. Next, we have discussed about what are the principle of sedimentations. I have already been told if the suspended solid that is having the specific gravity greater than that of the specific gravity of the water, it tends to settle down in the sedimentation tank. So, in inorganic suspended solids that is having the specific gravity that is 2.65 and organic suspended solids having the specific gravity that is 1.04 and the particles having the specific gravity that is 1.20 readily settle down at the bottom of the tank. And this phenomena of settling down of the particles at the bottom of the sedimentation tank is known as hydraulic subsidence, and every particle has its own hydraulic settling value which will cause its hydraulic subsidence. Okay. So next we have discussed about what are the types of sedimentation tank. There are two types, plain sedimentation and sedimentation with coagulation. So in the plain sedimentation, it is a process of settling down of the solids or any colloidal impurities in the water at the bottom of the tank and where the no chemical has been added to it. And this plain sedimentation is very cheaper and it is mostly used in all the filtration and purification system of the work. So next we have discussed about what are the zones in the sedimentation tank. So there are four types of zones in the sedimentation tank. You can see here the diagram. Okay, it is the inlet zone, settling zone, sludge zone and outlet zone. Okay, so we can say that in the inlet zone where the water enters, okay, the inlet zone controls the distribution and velocity of the flowing of the water, and in the settling zone the bulk settling takes place, and in the sludge zone the sludge collection occurs and the sludge may be disposed in sewer or in a stream and it may be condensed and being transported to a landfill. And last one is that is outlet zone. It controls the flowing of the water. Okay, so there are four types of zones in the sedimentation tank. So next we will be discussing about what are the types of sedimentation tank. So it is based on two operations, that is first is based on the method of operations and second is based on the shape. So in the based on the operations, how the sedimentation tanks operate. Okay, so there are two types of method of operation. First is intermittent type and second one is continuous type. So in the intermittent type, this type of sedimentation tank which store water for a certain period and keep the tank for completely rest for some time. But in continuous type tank, the flow velocity is reduced but it does not take completely rest. Okay, so you can see the difference between these two types. In the intermittent type, this type of tank stored the water for a certain period and keep the tank completely rest, and in the continuous type it does not completely rest and the velocity of the flowing of water has been reduced. And next it is based on the shape. There are, you can see here the three shape: rectangular tank, circular tank and hopper bottom tank. So we will be reading one by one. So in the rectangular tank, you can see here the rectangular tank here. Okay, so in the rectangular basins are the simplest design, allowing water to flow horizontally through a long tank, and it is easy to operate and this type of basin is usually found in large-scale water treatment plants. It is used in municipal and industrial applications. Sometimes baffle valves are provided to prevent the short circuiting. You can see here, this is the baffle valves. Okay, this you can see, this is the baffle valves to prevent the short circuiting. And the rectangular basins have a variety of advantages such as predictability, cost effectiveness, and the low maintenance cost. And a disadvantage of rectangular basin is the large extent of the land area required. Okay, so this all are about rectangular basin, or you can say rectangular tank. So we can also say that it is very easy to operate and it is the simplest design, allowing the water to flow horizontally through a long tank. You can see here the water can flow horizontally to a tank, and it is used in municipal and industrial applications, and mainly the baffle valves are created or provided to prevent the short circuiting. And its main advantages of rectangular tank or rectangular basin is cost effectiveness and low maintenance cost. And a disadvantages of rectangular basin is the large extent of the land area required. Okay, so this is known as all about rectangular tank or rectangular basin. So next we will be reading about, that is, circular sedimentation tank. You can see here the diagram of the circular sedimentation tank. Okay, so in the circular sedimentation tank, it is easy sludge removal, high clarification efficiency, and small to medium sized application for plants with constant flow rates and quality, uneconomical as compared to rectangular tanks, high clarification efficiency. Okay, so we can say that these sedimentation tanks are not generally used in the plain sedimentation tanks. Okay, but these circular sedimentation tanks are mainly used in the sedimentation with coagulation, and it is easy to remove the sludge, and it is a high clarification efficiency, and for the plants with constant flow rates and quality, and uneconomical as compared to the rectangular tanks. So you can see here the diagram of rectangular circular sedimentation tank. And next we will be reading about, that is, hopper bottom tank. Okay, you can see here the diagram of hopper bottom tank. Here you can see this hopper bottom tank. This hopper bottom tank, you can also see that this is a vertical tank. Okay, this is a vertical type of a tank, and this is a vertical flow tank or vertical type of a tank in which the water flows upward and downward in this tank. The water can flow in the both the sides, okay, in these tanks. And here in the hopper bottom tank, the sludge is collected at the bottom of the tank and it is disposed through sludge pump. And a deflection box, you can see here the deflector box. Here you can see the deflector box. It is located at the top, which deflects the influent that is coming from the central pipe downwards. Okay. So these are all about hopper bottom tank. So it is a diagram of hopper bottom tank. You can see here this is the sludge pipe, and this is the sludge is collected at the bottom. From the bottom the sludge has been collected and it is disposed through sludge pump. It has been disposed. You can see here it has been disposed through sludge pump. Here the sludge has been deposited and it is collected through sludge pipe and it is disposed through sludge pump. And here the deflector box that is located at the top, which deflects the influent that is coming from the central pipe downwards. So now we will be reading about design details of the tank. So if we design the tank, so what will be the details or what will be the design of the tank? So detention period for the plain sedimentation is to 3 to 4 hours, and the velocity of the flow, which is not greater than 30 centimeter per minute, that is horizontal flow, and the tank dimension, that is length is to breadth, 3:1 to 5:1. Generally the length we can take it as 30 meter and breadth we can take it as 6 meter to 10 meter. And the depth of the tank is 3.0 to 6.0 meter. And if it is circular, the diameter is not greater than 60 meter. it is generally between 20 to 40 meter, and in the slope the rectangular 1% towards the inlet and circular that is 8%. So here are all the design details of the tank. Okay, so in the next slide we will be reading about sedimentation with coagulation. Thank you.